Rock Me Mama.
Wait, did you have Rudy in a what's the fucking rap called? Swaddle?
No, we
I'll do the Merlin or whatever, right?
Maddie does the Merlin sleep suit. We had him in the Swaddle Me, like the flying squirrel with the arms up.
Oh yeah, you told us that. And he likes that.
He loves it. And honestly, babe, if you could just put him in that. It's I think it's hanging over that laundry basket in his room.
But now he can roll.
Yeah, now he can roll. So
you can't use that anymore?
Yeah, once you start showing signs of rolling, you're supposed to have them completely arms free.
I hate that transition so much because it always seems to come when they've finally figured sleep out. And you're like, well, here we go again.
Yeah, so...
And I feel like it's a fairly quick adjustment, but it sucks.
Yeah, it's like a couple nights, probably, in reality. But when you're at the beginning, when you're on night one...
Yeah.
That's hell.
Yeah.
Didn't he roll at my house?
For the first time.
Yeah. That was so cute.
Yeah, I know. So he's doing it again today, and I laid him down to put him to bed, and he just went doink.
Oh my gosh, really?
Because once they can roll, they're so obsessed with rolling.
Yes, and I think he'll sleep good whenever he's on his tummy too.
Oh my God. Once I put Vera on her tummy, she was so happy.
It's game over.
Heart was the same, but you can't lay him down that way. So since I'm awake and watching the monitor, I'll put him in the thing.
Yeah.
But tonight
We tried the Merlin, the one that Maddie likes, and it was just too much of a marshmallow for her. She was like, "Arr!"
Yeah, Rudy loves the flying squirrel one.
I didn't know about that one.
I'm just going to borrow all of these from you guys and try every single one. I'm not going to buy any of them.
We have so many. We tried all of them. We tried all of them.
With Farrah, we did too. The amount of money we spent trying to get Farrah to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. I can't fathom the amount of money.
We tried so many things. We even actually, last episode we were talking about Dr. Bradshaw. We borrowed their snoo, which is the
we borrowed a snoo too.
Super nice. He was
we rented a snoo.
Trust me.
Yep.
This is gonna work.
Nope, didn't work.
It knocked because their baby's older than Wyatt. It knocked him out. It was so awesome. We were like, maybe this is it. And so Chase went and picked it up. We set the whole thing up, and it literally. I think the next day I was like, thanks.
It was a nightmare. The snoo was a nightmare for us.
Yeah.
She screamed bloody murder. She hated it so much.
That's how Wyatt was. He was we didn't know that babies could sweat, and he literally worked himself up so much. He was perspiring.
So was she. She put herself into a state every time we put her in the snoo.
So we're like, well, this isn't worth it.
And other babies, it's the magic thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's thousands of dollars.
Yeah. It was not. We set up and we were like, oh.
Yeah. Never in a million years.
Yeah.
We were so excited.
Oh yeah, us too. That's what
I'll
we did.
just be tired. I'm not going to spend money on that.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, we did the classic swaddles, the Velcro ones.
Those are great.
Yeah, we did those too.
And then once it got a little bit bigger, we did that's so cute.
Yeah, she wouldn't ever have her arms in, even as a newborn.
Yeah, he likes this one because the arms are in, but they're not. And he can chew on his hands and self-soothe.
God, he's so fucking cute.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
Gives me so many smiles. I just
He's so cute.
Eat him.
Now, if only he would sleep right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry that he's regressing. Wait, is it a 4 month?
It's probably because he's starting to roll. He's
5 months.
And it's
5 months.
has he been sleeping less since 4 months?
Yeah, he did a little blip, and then now that he's learning a new skill,
it's the roll.
I forget about all the skills.
They want to be awake. They're like, oh, a 4 month sleep regression. I'm like, oh, it's also when they start to roll is 4 and 5 months. So I'm like, it all goes hand in hand developmentally. Yeah.
So I told Macy this story, but at my anatomy scan, my bladder. You know how you have to have a full bladder?
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah. So
also, hey everyone.
Hey guys,
welcome back.
Welcome to Rock Me Mama.
Period.
I'm Macy.
Let's get right into it. So at the anatomy scan, I was told, they tell you to keep a full bladder, not to pee right before. And I've made that mistake, and it's you have to wait, whatever. So when I got to the front desk, my appointment was at 9:45, I think. I got to the front desk, and we were there a couple minutes early. And I was like, hey, I already have to pee really, really bad. Do you think I should hold it, or do you think this might take a minute? Because when you're pregnant, you could fill your bladder pretty quick.
Yeah.
So she was like, no, don't go to the bathroom. They need you with a super full bladder. to see the brain and the heart, like inside everything. And I was like, okay. We waited another 45 minutes. I was already ready to pee my pants by the time we got to the doctor, and then we waited another 45 minutes.
I bet that took away some of the nerves, though. Like, the only thing you could think about was that.
I was miserable.
They told me I could pee a little bit to be more comfortable, and then pee after they got those pictures.
So I peed. So finally they call me in, and the tech is really cool, and she was like, hey, how are you feeling? I was like, I gotta be honest with you, I'm like ready to pee my pants. Like, I'm really uncomfortable.
Like, don't make me laugh.
Yeah, like I will pee. And she was like, okay, let's quickly get the brain and the heart, and then you can pee, and then we can do the rest of it. And I was like, okay, cool. So she's like on my stomach doing this scan, and she's like, oh my God, look at how pissed he is. And so Nick and I look up, and my bladder, you can see how full it is, and he's like punching and kicking. He's in this little ball, punching and kicking, and so pissed.
He's just taking up all the real estate.
It took up all of his room, and she's like, oh my God, he's so mad. Your baby's so mad. So then she gets the heart and the brain stuff, and she's like, okay, do you want to go pee a little bit? Because like he's really distressed. And I was like, yeah, I'll go. She's like, he's so angry.
Like, yeah.
And so I went and I peed for so long. It was so much pee. I came back and she put it on, and he was stretched out like this, yawning.
No.
Yes. He was like, so cool? He was fully relaxation mode.
Like, thank God.
Oh, he stretched. She's like, look how happy he is. He stretched out, was yawning, and like living his best life.
Because he's little, but it's like there's not that much room.
There's not that much room.
They need, your bladder will take up.
How funny is that story?
I love it so much.
Oh my goodness. He's like,
we were
like
laughing
sleeping with a pebble under my pillow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then he kept showing us his dick and balls.
Of course.
And Nick was probably like,
that's my boy.
Yeah.
He kept, and wherever she put the camera, he would flip over to where it was his dick and balls. He like, just needed us to see that
I am a boy.
And they wrote boy, like on those pictures, they were like, LOL, boy.
LOL.
There it is.
Because he wouldn't stop.
It starts young. Their obsession with their own penises.
I know. I'm not ready for a penis, honestly.
Wyatt still will like grab his and just be like,
I am excited to not worry about a vagina though, like all the infection.
More,
that is nice. Every time I change E's, well, I mean, not E, oh my God, I haven't changed a poopy diaper for him in forever. It was Wyatt the other day. I was changing his diaper, and you were literally watching, you were like, that is so crazy that you just like,
you like just use the same wipe.
Whatever.
Yeah. Like you just take a wipe and just wipe wherever, and then like fold it and use a little more. And I'm like, with a vagina, you have to be so careful. You cannot put the poop anywhere near the vagina.
Yeah.
That's an ugly infection if so.
Yeah. And so you have to use so many more wipes. And you also just have to be so fucking careful. And Nick's like, I'm excited to not have to worry about a little vagina.
It's kind of a free for all, except you do got to remember.
You get peed on.
Yeah, you get peed on, and you gotta
like twice.
Push that little thing down and
you do
the head. Yeah,
you got to clean the little penis head.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It gets diaper cream in there. It gets lint. It gets yeah.
Well, and I mean, if a poop goes awry.
Yeah,
you get poop
and then the ball sack, all those little wrinkles.
But still, it's like you just move it and you wipe it away.
Yeah.
You know, there's no.
Yeah.
But all the little like wrinkles on the ball sack.
Yeah.
If it's depending on the texture of the poop.
Little ball sack.
Yeah.
Chase has given me a lesson.
You guys deal with so many little ball sacks.
Pull it down like in between the balls to like make sure it's like stretched, okay, so it doesn't hurt. And I'm like, wow.
That's intense.
Wow. Yeah.
Things I never thought I'd have to learn.
Yeah. I had to clean Rudy's, I think it was yesterday, and it tickled him, and he was giggling, and I was like, huh. I said, okay, sir.
Yeah. I mean, that's why when Wyatt plays, like, it must be a sensation. Because every time he grabs it, it's an immediate, just little.
I'm like, let's cool our jets here. You know?
Can we hold off for a second?
Boys and men love their penis. They're obsessed with their penises.
And apparently obsessed with their sons' penises as well.
Yeah.
On an ultrasound.
Yeah.
Bill just looked at me so weird because he missed that part because he was putting Rudy down.
Yeah. Talking about penises, Bill.
I guess Rudy peed on Polly the other day because she wasn't ready.
Come on, girl, you gotta be ready.
Yeah, I was like,
Polly's first day with Rudy.
That's so funny.
Yeah, because Farrah told me. Farrah said, Rudy peed on Polly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
She's like, it was so funny.
Oh,
That's so cute.
I love that they're telling us things now.
I love it. I love that she's like the cicada. Okay, so we went to a different park than normal. And there was this little boy. And Farrah is obsessed with cicadas. Like,
they all are.
From
Why?
Hart. Because Hart started it. And he's like, Cada. And Farrah became obsessed with the cicadas here with Hart. And now it's carried over into everyday life. We're, I mean, in all fairness, they're a huge part of our life right now. They're fucking everywhere.
Cicadas get brought up every 5 sentences, I feel like.
I can't stop.
Literally.
It's such a phenomenon.
But but they're everywhere. It's the most disgusting fucking thing. Be lucky if you don't live in the South. Be so lucky you don't know what we're talking about. There's so fucking cicadas everywhere.
I was driving and they were, of course, swarming, and so I'm driving into them. I kid you not. I thought my car was being shot at.
Oh yeah, that's how they like suicide bombed the car.
It was so loud.
Yeah. So anyway, we're at this park, and I was with Farrah and she, of course, she keeps running away from me. So I'm chasing her around this fucking park.
She really be doing that lately.
She be running. So
homegirl is running.
She's running. So
did either of y'all? I'm so sorry. You're gonna get to finish the story. You're not gonna know. Did you ever watch Homestar Runner or know what Homestar Runner is?
No.
Okay, never mind.
I wish I did. Sorry.
Irrelevant.
I don't know what Homestar Runner is.
I was going to tell a story that would only be funny to people that knew it. So continue.
So there was this little boy at the park, and he was like 7, maybe 6, 7, and he was going up to the trees, and he was picking up cicadas off the trees and holding them, and then running to this part of the park where I think like his family was like grilling or doing some, because it's a big ass park, and it was like the Ravenwood one.
Yeah.
And it was. And I assumed that was his family. There was a group of people under an awning, whatever. So Farrah sees him and she's like, what is he doing? I'm like, he's picking up cicadas. And she's like, oh my God. So she starts following this boy around, literally stalking him. And every time he picks up a cicada, she runs over to look at it. And then when he turns around, she runs away and screaming. So then she came up to me and she's like, what do you think, where is he bringing them? I said, I don't know. Maybe he's bringing them to his family so they can grill out the cicadas. And she was like, ew. I was like, yeah, I know. Who knows? Some people are weird. Some people eat cicadas. So then
which
she
is
goes.
Not true, listener.
Which is not true, but like it's fun to fuck with your kid. You know,
but people that have never heard of cicadas are probably like,
she talks about cicadas all day long. I can't take it anymore. So then she goes up to this kid. She's trying to tell him, you know how 3-year-olds talk where it's like, we understand, but like to most people, she's like, you take the cicada, and then you pick it up, and your family, you eat your family. And the little boy goes, and he goes, are you trying to tell me something about cicadas?
How old was
he was like 6 or 7. He was like, are you trying to tell, maybe older. He was like, are you trying to like talk to me about cicadas? He was really nice, but he was like, I don't fucking understand what you're saying, but like, I think you're trying to talk to me about cicadas. She goes, yeah. He's like, okay, come with me. So he takes her to the tree. They go, and he is like showing her how you pick up the cicadas, and she's like running away screaming. And he's just picking these fucking cicadas up and fucking letting them loose and running around with them and putting them in people's faces.
The live ones?
Yes.
That's disgusting.
And
they like squeal.
She has not stopped talking about this event since.
The squealing.
It sounds like sirens.
The squid. I'm not kidding, y'all. We cannot go outside right now.
No, it's off. It's gotten way worse where we live too. Like it is so
in the last
loud.
few days.
The last few days, it's gotten just as loud.
We cannot be outside.
But that the wave it does of loud.
Oh yeah,
is kind of relaxing. Bill
There's
and I were talking about
trillions of cicadas. Not millions.
And those things are
trillions.
Freaks. All they just live to reproduce.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are repulsive. When Spencer told us that they were all over Kyle's back when he was mowing the lawn, I vomited in my mouth.
I read that and I was like, close messages.
No, like I honestly can't. I can't even think about that.
No, one hit me in the face on our walk this morning.
And it's like, it's always hard. It's really, never a subtle landing. No. It's always like, poof.
And really, if you think about it, it's Bill's fault because it was his idea to go on the walk.
Yeah, that is Bill's fault.
So...
That's true.
Do with that what you will. Thank you. Thank you.
That is Bill's fault.
Thank you.
They hit so hard.
Yeah, they're so fucking gross, dude. They're so fucking gross. I need the summer to continue without cicadas.
We're not too much longer.
I don't want to hear the word cicada again for so
Probably
long.
3 more weeks and they'll be gone.
I mean, I guess we won't hear the word cicada for like 7 years.
It'll just be their carcasses everywhere.
I don't give a fuck. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
The crunch.
I want to see their dead carcasses. I want the proof of them being fucking dead.
Ugh.
Disgusting
They're so
pieces of
nasty.
shit. They're disgusting.
A few episodes ago, we finished it saying that we were going to get an update on Jojo Siwa, and we forgot to do that.
Yeah, what's happening with Jojo Siwa?
Yeah. So glad you asked.
The listeners need to know.
So
I need to know.
And I'm not on TikTok quite as much since I went back to work. Thank God. But every time I do open the app is the first video on my For You page, Jojo Siwa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was really giving her some time, really just giving her the benefit of the doubt, hoping, I would come back with this update and be like, all's well.
Is it not well?
Unfortunately, she has doubled down. If not tripled and quadrupled down.
What do you mean?
So
we need more videos too. If there is one worthy of watching live on air again.
Yeah.
What do you mean double, triple
Yeah, we
down?
could do a pause and I could find one and Bill could cut out our pause. So it's one of those things where she's kind of taken the opportunity, how like everyone's kind of making fun of her just for lack of a better term. And she's like, okay, yeah, well, this is views. This is
they're talking about
of
me.
course. And like I'm the talk of the town.
Yeah.
And I just have this one clip in my brain that I'm seeing translucent in front of my eyes right now, as you do. And it's just her in an interview with a hat that has like a brim that has like rhinestone waterfall over the front.
Oh,
Okay.
And she's talking like, like I never really thought of myself as a singer. And so I've always called myself an artist.
yeah.
Okay, sweetie.
Yeah.
And she's going around and she's doing her dance all over like Times Square.
The dance is gotten...
and like unsolicited.
Oh, okay. So nobody's asking for
it's
it.
Unsolicited, just like for her own TikTok
She looks
account.
like an orangutan when she does it.
Yeah, it's like pretty jarring to witness.
Yeah.
It's not a good move.
And witness and witness and witness. And so, yeah, like she did a whole thing with like Mario Lopez.
Shut up.
Okay.
And like he did it, but like it looked tasteful when he did it.
Yeah.
And like she's giving herself Shaken JoJo syndrome.
Yeah.
So,
Nick asked me about her the other day. He's like, "What's going on with JoJo?"
yeah. I mean, I'm happy to consult him on this. If
I was
needed.
like, "Babe,
yeah.
I don't know."
But and then she like it.
That's her
it
goal.
comes out that she didn't write the song, which like Amie, I know you can attest to. Like artists don't always write their own songs.
A lot of artists don't.
Like,
write
Was
them.
hello.
she acting like
Duh.
she was?
Well,
Yeah.
no, but it was kind of like a lie. Like
A
out
lot of them
omission.
pretend that they wrote the songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they're
so it was
like-
like this more unpopular girl who came out with the song actually, and then like sold it or whatever,
Yeah.
which is like it's totally legal, it's totally fine. But and then that girl, the whole tea is now that girl comes around and is like taking the like publicity of this song and is like releasing her music video, and like all this stuff, and we're like, girl, don't try to make yourself relevant. I think some people were like, yeah, girl, like have your moment. But it's like, no, like because
or
it's
just like take
soiled.
the money from the publishing,
Right,
and live your life.
call it a
Especially because
day.
she'd probably be making some real money.
Yeah,
on that song
I mean,
based off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will have to find a couple videos, but it's just been repeatedly like in like her in the studio. And so she goes up to the mic and she's going to record this one part of the song. It's, like that. But when she sings it, they like edited it over it like nobody was gonna know that they auto-tuned the TikTok to like sound like it was good. And then the recording girl was like, oh, she raspy today. And she like listened to it and she like does the run quote, have air quotes, the run.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, is she like literally like she's delusional.
Is it real bad?
Yeah, I'm like thinking like maybe we like research like facilities.
So the thing that gets me is, and I don't know anything about this particular person except for what you've showed me. I just think it's funny that artists that are famous young and then break out and want to be kind of reckless and like sexy or whatever, they really act like they're breaking ground. That is literally what every artist does. Every single young artist becomes an older artist and wants to break out of their former...
To have their moment.
Yeah.
Their metamorphosis.
But every
Hillary
single
Duff.
one of them is like,
about doing
I
it right.
am breaking ground.
Yeah.
I'm doing what no one's done before.
And she actually literally said those words.
And what no one's done before is go from a child artist to an adult groundbreaking artist. It's like, no, bitch. Everybody does that.
She literally like, have you even had your first fucking period? Like, she just turned 21 like this week.
Oh my God.
Everybody does that.
And she's trying to like coordinate a sing-along at Disneyland over her song and nobody knows the words.
Yeah.
But yeah, she actually did have the gall to even say those words.
I'm doing what no one's done before.
Just
I love when artists do that.
Nobody in my generation has done.
Did she say she was creating a genre?
Yes.
love
I think
saying
she
that, too.
said gay pop, which it's like, have you ever heard of Muna? Have you
gay
ever
pop
heard
exists,
of
honey. Slut pop exists.
like hello?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some sort of like mental illness in it going on. So anyway,
poor thing. There is
do.
definitely mental illness.
Yeah.
So that is kind of how it has evolved. Is it still hilarious? Yes. Is it getting concerning? Also, yes.
That's like Britney Spears for me. Like, will I follow Britney Spears till the day I die? Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
I will never unfollow.
I will never
Ever.
look away.
Do I constantly think to myself, oof?
Every time.
Oof. Yeah.
Oof.
Every time.
I am
really-
eating it up, but also
Am I also like part of the problem? Yes.
hope she's well. Yeah.
Is she okay? I don't think so.
See, here's
Do I
the
still
thing.
think it's funny? Yes.
Yes, and yes, it is comparable, but it's also different because JoJo is on a different plane where I do think she's actually thinks she's doing something.
That's so
Britney
tragic.
Spears is a tragic thing because
Yeah, that's
she was
tragic.
the most famous person in the whole world and people tortured her.
Kind of like
Yeah,
Amanda
yeah,
Bynes.
people abuse
And people made her insane.
Kind of like Amanda Bynes, yeah.
They really
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, I do. I mean, my favorite thing is when Britney will post like just like a picture of her like butt. Just her butt.
Yeah.
And then under it, it'll be like, for years they held me captive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that's your butt.
Yeah, well, they held her back captive. Well, here's the
She'll
thing.
be like, and I have no one to trust and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but this is a picture of your butt.
JoJo is going to start posting pictures of her butt and say, nobody in my generation has showed their ass on Instagram.
And that's right. I said ass. Like maybe Britney put like a cool, like artsy black and white or something. And then under it be like, this is
like
what
kinda
happened to me.
grunge, yeah.
But like, that's your butt on the beach.
Yeah.
So the really like intense story under it is a little weird.
Babe, scoop yourself up.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But God love her.
So,
JoJo.
yeah, I mean, we, and I know we knew this was going to be a shorter episode, episode.
Episode.
We'll call it our JoJo-sode.
JoJo Sode. JoJo Sode.
And if, I mean,
Every few eps we just talk about
We'll
JoJo
get a
yeah,
Siwa.
because
Just a couple of
the
concerned
last time
moms.
we talked about her, it truly was.
I know.
The last time we talked about her, it truly was like all of that coming out, like dream guests on my podcast, and it has really evolved into this whole like situation where you're like, oh, she's like, So
That video will never.
No,
I mean, it's living rent free in my
burned into my brain.
head.
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's so funny.
Oh, I've been doing no phone. No phone in front of Farrah.
Beautiful.
So we've been doing it for a few days now, and we just literally put it away in either upstairs or in a different room so that we're not tempted to look at it. But also, she is so obsessed with our phones and taking it and like trying to, like she wants one. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's it. She doesn't give a fuck about TV. She doesn't care about watching shows, like none of it. She only cares about taking our phones.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would
she want
she
to do with them?
She wants to go on YouTube Kids. and watch her. And she also plays games. Yeah, she likes to look at her like slime and jellies and all that weird shit. But she also, like, the other morning, I spent with her. I left my phone upstairs, and literally for 3 hours we just played together and like we went outside, we did a bunch of stuff, and I never ever had my phone. And she was a different kid.
It's so nice
because when they see you on your phone, they're competing.
Yeah.
For your attention.
True. Yeah.
So they're doing the most.
Yeah.
When I'm on my phone, she is climbing me, yelling, screaming, trying to get, and she's just like unruly. If I don't have my phone and I'm engaged with her 100% of the time, it's granted, it's not possible all the time because I have to work.
Right.
And sometimes you have to answer something.
Yeah.
And it's time sensitive, whatever. But we've been doing it and holding each other accountable because Nick and I both got really bad with it. And I would notice coming down and seeing him outside just literally on his phone, and she's like playing in the pool, and I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And my resentment for that would be like, I'm with her so much more than you. You can't even fucking put your phone down to like be with her. So that would piss me the fuck off.
Yeah.
I get that it's sports season and that
he just wanted to be able to open up his new phone case over and over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like, then I would come down on him, but then I would do the same thing.
And
it's not fair for me to be mad at him if I'm doing the same thing.
Right.
So we've been trying that, and I feel like it's really good. It's good for all of us.
It really is nice. I've started leaving my phone. I mean, I'm the same as you. There's so much that I have to do on my phone for work.
Yeah.
But I really do try to, and with Wyatt too, because he knows what it is, and
they all know.
He'll climb on me if I'm on it.
They know it's taking you.
Yeah. So I've really been trying to leave mine, if not in a different room, like on the banister on
something high.
Yeah. Just so that I don't even,
because it's so tempting to look at it.
Well, and it's habitual for so many of us. If it's in our hand, we'll open something up and start doing it before we even know what wewe're doing, which is so sad. But
it is sad. And I just thought, and the other day when I was at that other park, I didn't have I had my phone in the car, but I didn't have it on me. And I looked around and I was like, wow, you could steal a kid so fucking easy because not one parent is watching their kid.
Yep.
Everybody's on their phone.
Yeah.
And I just saw a ton, like lines of parents around just staring at their phone and kids playing and kids running around. And I was like, I could fucking take any of these kids.
Yeah.
And these parents wouldn't know it because they were looking at their phone. And that freaked me out.
I will say I don't
either. If we're in public ever.
We still have to watch them. But I took Wyatt to that park last Thursday, and it was at like 10 a.m. and there was nobody else there. And it's kind of it's in a neighborhood, but it's kind of back there. And so I wanted to be on
a little
alert
creepy.
It's
a little creepy to be there alone.
And so I definitely had my phone on me just in case.
Yeah.
But I also was like, well, I'm not going to be on my phone because I can't look away for 1 second because I can't imagine, and this is not me saying this in a judgy way, because I'm sure once the kids are older and we don't have to be watching them at all times, it will be easy.
But I want to work on it for us too.
Yes.
Because I don't want to be the kind of person that is on their fucking phone all day.
Right.
And like I was thinking, yes, of course there's lots of work to do, but I don't perform surgery on dying people.
Yeah.
Nothing that is coming in for me is so time sensitive that it really actually requires me to answer at that moment.
You better say that, girl.
Nothing.
You better say
nothing.
Correct.
So like if I need to approve every blue moon, I need to approve a song for sync for TV or film, and it's time sensitive. Yeah. Time sensitive meaning by that night.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like I don't need.
Yeah.
And none of us do.
Right.
So unless you are a surgeon or a doctor who is on call, you do not need to have your fucking phone in your hand when you're with your children.
Yeah.
You just don't. And like, so we've really, I don't know what it was that like occurred to me, but I saw a couple things that made me really sad. And I was like, Nick, we absolutely have to be done.
Unless Jojo Siwa herself is calling,
you don't need to answer.
Put the phone down.
Yeah. If I'm with my family, I can put my phone away. If I'm not with my family, I will have my phone in my hand because if someone needs me or whatever.
Well,
But if I'm with my kids, If I'm with my kids and my husband, I don't, even if a family member was in trouble or something, they don't live anywhere near
what
here.
are you gonna do?
I can't help them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so there
You're
is
not doing the
actually
surgery.
zero emergency for me to be looking at my phone when my kid needs me.
That's so true.
So I really want to be held accountable to this. I really do. I really want to change.
Yeah.
And I'm not even the worst person that I know about their phone, but I am bad for me and Nick is bad. And both of us have looked at each other and been like, there have been times where we're together and we're just on our phones.
Well, that's the whole thing.
Sitting together.
I do feel like
That's awful.
lot of people with a lot of different things are like, well, I'm not as bad as, and it's like, well, how about compare yourself to yourself?
To yourself.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I definitely respect that and I agree with it. And yeah, like your kid your kid and your partner is a good place to start. And then it's like, you kind of get freedom from that.
I do think I think we've talked about this a few episodes ago and y'all have heard me say it a few times now, but I, on the weekends, have been off of social media just because for me, I have to be on it so much during the week for my business that it's just really good for me to not be on it on the weekends because it turns work off for me. This weekend especially, I was not on my phone this weekend and it's
so nice.
Was absolutely incredible. And it's to a point now where I'm craving that more.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, it's Sunday night or it's Monday. I can get back on and check on. Like, I'm more and more hesitant to do it. And so I do think after a while you get used to what that feels like and do want that more.
And even just
that's not me saying I'm like doing this better than you. I just the way that I'm doing it on the weekends, it's gotten easier and easier. Because for a while, like when I first started doing that, I would still check social media, but I wouldn't really engage. Like I wouldn't post anything. I wouldn't do anything. But the last 2 or 3 weekends, I just straight up like have not been on it. And
the need to check
so
is
nice.
psychotic.
It's psychotic.
Like, and I've been there. Like, it's just like the need to know that people are aware of you or thinking of you or liking you, or it's psychotic.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's really gotten all of us. It's fucked all of us.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's really sad.
And it's
the
so
way of life.
pointless.
And it shouldn't be.
It is the most pointless
and
thing.
It doesn't have to be your way of life, you know?
No, it doesn't. You do have the control. Like, we did not grow up with this.
No.
None of us did.
Yeah. Last episode, we're talking, my kid can regulate their emotions. You know, and it's like, well, we have other things we're learning to regulate, like screen time for ourselves.
Right. And like the amount of happiness in her little face.
I know.
When she walks in a room and I'm just
that's so
looking at her.
You're not going to remember
and
the
I'm not
shit
looking down.
You see on your phone.
I'm looking at her and we're hanging out and talking together and we've been having these like great conversations.
That's what you're going to remember.
Yes. She needs it. She thrives off it and she's just such a better kid.
Yeah. They all are. It makes me so sad because there are times where I am in the middle of a work thing and I'm on my phone and he comes in and he said, mommy. And I'm like, hang on, baby. And I hate saying that. Like, let mommy finish. But
sometimes you have to.
Yeah, sometimes you do have to. But I hate doing that because I never want him to think that my phone means that much. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. I'll help hold you accountable because I do want to be better about it.
On the note of screen time, I did send Jojo Siwa TikToks to our group text.
Oh, good. Okay, well, let's check that because we need to wrap it up.
Yeah, we're at 32. So
okay. Yep.
I can't see. Just watch, I guess, the most recent. The
most recent.
Whatever.
Okay,
just pick one.
Oh, her outfit.
Wait, is that her?
Oh my God. What?
It's a meme one.
The most recent one.
I mean, you can watch all of them if you want. I don't care. They're short.
Me in the bathroom mirror after 2.5 drinks. Is she trying to be
it's getting
a pro wrestler?
Exactly. Is this WWE?
Yeah.
Bring out Jake Paul.
What? I need to watch one more. We can have Bill put these up on the screen, right?
What she does. What the fuck? What is she doing?
Shaken JoJo syndrome.
That looks like a seizure.
I made that up, by the way.
Yeah, that's really good.
What is that? Is that her dance?
That's Karma's a bitch.
Oh, wait. Okay, now I have to watch the other one.
Is that a song? I don't know. Is this song?
That's her song.
Yeah, it's her song. It's the big song that came out. It's the one that came out. Yeah, the whole thing is about.
We have to watch the other one, and then we can be done.
What does the song sound like?
I'll play it. Hang on.
And that's the dance that goes to the song?
Mm-hmm.
I feel so old right now. Yeah. This is making me feel very old.
Okay, last one. Why is no one talking about the woman?
Why is she wearing the construction outfit?
It's a phenomenon.
Oh, there's Mario Lopez. Okay, wait, so this is actually her dance.
Yeah.
Who's her stylist, I wonder?
She's wearing a construction outfit.
With glitter on it.
Probably, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something funny, but I have no...
Bob the Builder?
Bob...
I don't know.
Bob,
I don't understand any of it. All of this makes me feel very old.
It's all just so concerning.
Yeah, so that's like where this has gone is like, see, it's like so confusing and concerning. So yeah,
her head's got to be hurting from that dance move,
right?
Like she might be giving herself brain damage.
Yeah, I sneezed too hard, and I'm like, oh, lost a few with that.
Yeah.
Shaken JoJo syndrome.
Lost a few brain cells. Yeah. I mean, obviously, girl.
Let's save them. Let's save the rest of the ones that we have.
Just really squeeze on tight to those last ones that are remaining.
Yeah, that dance says a lot to me.
Mm-hmm. And she's supposed to be professional.
Yeah, it's literally how she got famous.
Dancer. Yeah, that's
so
special.
You really just let that stew and percolate.
Thank you, Morgan.
You're so welcome.
Thank you for imparting that.
The update. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
your
a wrap
information.
On JoJo, what do we call this? JoJo Sode.
JoJo Sode. We'll see you guys next week. Bye. This is Rock Me Mama. Bye.
Karma's a bitch.
Karma's a bitch.
Rock, rock, rock me, Mama.